Hi, a little bit like Peter, I'll tell a bit of a story. 10 years ago was my last diggers as an MD when I was working with a few of my colleagues in the audience here at Exco. And I retired off the back of the deal that we did with Xstrata when we sold our Cloncurry copper project, which at the time to me felt like a fantastic deal. But to be honest, in the short time that I've been not only watching Firefinch, but now I've been with Firefinch, the two deals that this company have done totally eclipse the Exco deal. Starting with the acquisition of Marilla back in late 2020, I described it when I saw it as a contender for deal of the century. You know, we picked up the infrastructure and the resource base and the workforce of a real world-class mine at Marilla. Endowment of over 10 million ounces, so very much with the theme that Alan mentioned. If you want to find gold, drill under the head frame or buy a world-class asset off a major. And we did that for $30 million, which worked out at less than $15 a resource ounce. And we're busy reviving that mine now, having restarted mining just last month, processing again, and about to get into the full-blown drill out of Marilla in the next couple of months. I went there in June. It is a proper mine, built 20 years ago by Randgold, Mark Bristow, who I'm sure many of you would have heard of, who's obviously gone on to bigger and better things with Barrick. But they didn't walk away last year when they sold this mine to us. They walked away 12 years ago when gold was $700, $800 an ounce. At today's gold price, we ship to make very healthy margins well into the future here, having already defined a 7-year reserve life in the short time that we've owned this asset. We reckon we'll easily double that as we get the drill bit working. But it's a bit of a 2-for-1 with Firefinch. This time last year, this would have been a much tougher presentation. We hadn't still acquired Marilla, and we had just finished a definitive feasibility study on the Goulamina lithium project. And 12 months is quite a long time in this business. It's safe to say that lithium sentiment, along with the battery metals, copper and cobalt and others, has skyrocketed, and spodumene prices are continuing to do so. And the second transformational deal that this company did was announced only last month, where we signed a joint venture arrangement with Ganfeng Lithium out of China, who are bringing $194 million US to fund the development of Goulamina, also in Mali. And so two world-class assets that's seen our fortunes re-rate in the last few months, from a market cap of probably 150 million to today's 350 million. But if you want to think about our potential, when we revived Marilla back to 150 to 200,000 ounces of annual production, that's $1 billion company there. When we start producing 460,000 tons of spodumene concentrate, even our 50% share of that, that's another $1 billion company. So if you think Firefinch has been re-rated well in the last few months, it has, but we're far from done. This company is going to spin out its lithium asset and work to create the value there. And Marilla is well on its path to accessing the heart of Marilla, the Gorilla, as Wally says, a fantastic ore body that in its heyday was one of the richest open cut mines in the world. And we believe there's plenty left behind to fund into the future. So, all the challenges here, I didn't bring a prop. I thought an Irishman with a gun might empty the place. But, I can happily say that having left Exco 10 years ago, not sure I ever wanted to be an executive again. When I heard this story, I absolutely am convinced I've made the right decision, joining Alistair and the team at this wonderful company with two fantastic assets. And do yourself a favour and buy all these shares, but make sure Firefinch is one of them.
Righto, thank you, Mike.